The internet and social media platforms have provided many content creators with an opportunity to share their innovations. Jason Lee, through Hollywood Unlocked, has maximized this opportunity, growing the show's profitability, viewership, and online presence.
In the last 10 years, the internet has really provided an opportunity for people, and specifically people like me, people of color, to be able to create their own enterprise. You know, the world of the internet and in the web space, especially with Web3 coming up really quickly, we're now able to take control not only of our content, but also of our narrative. And one thing that Hollywood Unlocked has done is it's taken pride in being a trailblazer and showing other people that from $100 in an Instagram, you too can build your own free enterprise. The pandemic was an opportunity for everybody, specifically in the social media and web space, to be able to grow their businesses. Hollywood Unlocked grew 3 times the amount that it did during COVID. During the first year of COVID, we doubled our financial gain in the first year, and then we tripled our financial gain in the second year.
Generally known for celebrity and entertainment scoops, Jason has also used his platform to advance social change and amplify the need for continued advocacy.
The murder of George Floyd really took me back to when we had personally led the Trayvon Martin campaign along with the family back in, I believe it was 2012. And the similarities between what happened during Trayvon Martin and George Floyd right in front of the world to see was only amplified through social media. And Hollywood Unlocked and me alike believe that it's both our responsibility as an individual and as a company to continue to keep our stories out there for people to see, but not only for storytelling, but to ignite that fire to keep us focused on the fact that the work is not done. It wasn't done during Trayvon Martin, and it's not done during George Floyd. Because one thing that we know for sure is that this world is going to continue to have examples of other people trying to keep their knees on our neck, whether it's on the ground outside of a liquor store or in social media or in the workplace. And so the fight continues and will continue to be at the forefront of that.
Jason's memoir, God Must Have Forgotten About Me, reflects his personal journey towards self-discovery and healing, and his desire to continue using his platform to help others live in their truth.
To the young people and some of you older people who are struggling with your sexual identity, because we all know living in a closet or being afraid to show up as ourselves is something that doesn't have an age restriction. I'll say, you know, God made you perfectly you. And the one thing that I've had to come to terms with in all my imperfections is that that's what made me perfectly me. And I feel bad for those who feel like they have to live in the shadows or somehow live up to everybody's expectations of who they are to be. I also don't think that we need to, you know, overly compensate for other people's insecurities. One thing that I know for sure when I did Love and Hip Hop is I ran into some kids who told me that I was their hero because they knew that me showing up on television, whether it was Wildin' Out or Love and Hip Hop or whatever, that I was a reflection of them. And it really stuck with me that, you know, when I first started doing television, I thought that, you know, I don't need to come out here and be gay for entertainment purposes. But then when I started showing up and I started seeing the impact it was having on my community, I felt like, yo, I do have to show up because God has blessed me with the ability to open doors, and I'm going to kick down every door or walk through every door that opens for me to show up as representation and inclusion. And so I would say to any young person or older person who was struggling with being themselves, who are you afraid of? You really are afraid of yourself, because once you accept you, the whole world is forced to follow.
We salute Jason Lee for using his platform to dish and create more equitable and diverse spaces for change.